Patriots travel to Cincinnati to play the Bengals on Sunday. And, between the schedule and the emergence of Drake Maye and Mike Vrabel getting everybody on board, things couldn't be better for the Patriots. Everything just falls into place. Joe Burrow coming back from injury, he's not going to be ready until Thanksgiving or afterwards. So no problem. They're going to be facing Joe Flacco, right? Dan Orlovsky, they don't even have to worry about him, right?
He's a competitor, so yes, he's going to start. And there's no way that he's practicing fully today if he's not going to start on Sunday. Yep. No Jamar, so that's going to be obviously a challenge. I don't think this defense has given up less than 30 since September. It's pretty much the same situation as last year. Is it smart if the medical staff says he's good to go?
Can't get worse.
And the player says, I feel good. He's a competitor. He's going to go play.
So, Joe Burrow, a full participant at practice yesterday. Dan Orlovsky among those who thinks he's going to play.
Okay, so here's why that's interesting to me. We talked to a writer from Cincinnati yesterday, and for the long haul, Burrow coming back is certainly an improvement on Flacco, but the defense in Cincinnati is so terrible, I don't know what that does.
Hendrickson's not going to play.
Yeah, Hendrickson's not going to play, and Chase isn't going to play. But look, the Patriots are going to be favored. The Patriots should win. My only thing is that if Burrow plays, that has to be some kind of bounce for the team, right? Like that at least has to get their motivation a little bit higher than it would normally be. Instead of being a slog in a lost season, Burrow coming back gives a glimmer of hope. And perhaps, I bet you Chase is killing himself for spitting on that guy. And, it gives them like a glimmer of hope.
You got 7 games left. You're sitting at 3-7. Is that glimmer of hope, think, you know what? Who's to say we can't run the table? Who's to say we can't? Or, maybe finish 9-8 and see what happens.
Well, 9-8 in the AFC. Look, if Indianapolis beats Kansas City on Sunday, 9-8 could get you into the playoffs.
They have the Ravens twice and Buffalo after the Patriots.
It's not going to happen.
Right.
But my point is this, and I don't think they're going to beat the Patriots. My point is this, though, is that Burrow coming back certainly makes the game a lot more interesting because just from a motivational perspective, having him back has got to do something, right?
Yes.
At this point in the season, if you're Cincinnati, you're probably just going through the motions. Now, Flacco's been, for the most part, good. They've put up points in most of the games he's played. Not all of them, but their offense has not been a problem in most of these games. But Burrow comes back, and at least maybe you're getting a team that's trying a little bit harder than it normally would have been. That's the only thing I can see. It certainly makes it more interesting from my perspective.
The line moved at all? The last I checked, Patriots were like 7-point favorites. And I'm wondering if Vegas has weighed in on this or not.
I can look right now. The Patriots are at the Cincinnati Bengals, and they are, Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. It's -7.
Okay, so it's still 7.
Yeah.
Okay. So no movement from Vegas yet. That's usually a tip-off. But the other part of this is, and Mike Patriots, the guy we talked to yesterday, was saying it's going to come down to Burrow against the team. The team obviously doesn't think they have much to play for. Climbing out of a 3-7 hole is difficult.
Can I stop you real quick?
Yeah.
That was under the assumption he was coming back on Thanksgiving.
But I think the overall thing was, regardless of when he came back, Mike's point was the team doesn't necessarily want him to come back.
But the way I read that was the team was saying by Thanksgiving this is over, that we can't beat New England without you. I think that it changes a lot that it's now. It certainly you give them a run. Because by Thanksgiving, if they lose to New England and then they lose to New England, then there's no way, because then they'd have to run the table twice against the Ravens and once against the Bills to get the 9 wins. Now it can. I don't know how you sell to your fan base and you sell to the team if Burrow can play this week that he's not going to play.
And I was heading in that direction. I honestly think that Joe Burrow is going to play. I agree with Orlovsky. This guy's been on the shelf. I would think that Cincinnati would ease him back in, but to see him as a full participant in practice his first day back, I think he wants to play. I think he's going to play, or they're going to try and get him on the field this weekend.
Well, what did Joe Flacco have to say about this?
Joe looked good. Yeah. It's cool to see him out there. And, obviously when, you're both now taking reps and things like that, some conversations kind of happen and just like, how do you see this versus that? But yeah, Joe looked good.
Mm-hmm. All right. There is Zach Taylor being asked if Burrow could play this week.
Is there a scenario that Joe Burrow?
Joe Burrow hasn't practiced 11 on 11 yet. So like I said the other day, until we get through some practices, there's no reason for me to even speculate on that.
Well, yeah. Now you're going to get question after question about this. Full participant in practice, Zach. Good luck today. Seriously. Did you really think that was going to force everyone to go away from you? He knew that Burrow was going to be a full participant when he handled that question.
Here are a couple things about that with coaches, and it goes both ways. Like, I don't understand why coaches get pissed about the question when you can just be like, I haven't decided. And then they ask another question. You go, like I said, I haven't decided.
Yeah.
And this isn't after a game you lost. This is during the week.
Right.
So, but I also don't understand from the media's perspective, then they get mad when you say you haven't decided. And so it's both ways. And this happens with every team. Like there'll be a quarterback controversy or an injured player, and the coaches this is not some Belichick crap. This is like, I don't want to say. First of all, he might not know for sure. And second of all, why would I give you that information? It has zero benefit for me. I don't have to by league rules. I'm not going to give you this information now. I wouldn't if I was a coach. And so, but I don't know, why it's so hard to field those questions and they get so frustrated. You just say, I don't know. Like, I don't know yet. Like, he that's all you got to do. But then the media gets pissed when you say you don't know. And it's like, well, what everyone's got to put themselves in the other guy's shoes. The media's got to ask. So if I'm the coach, I understand that. And it's not hard to evade. You're not even lying. You're just saying. Because I'm sure Zach Taylor has a pretty good idea, but he didn't know for sure. And then the media has got to realize this guy's got no benefit of telling us this. And isn't it more fun from a media perspective to pontificate on the possibility? I've never understood that dynamic. It happens with every team that's not the Patriots with the healthy Drake Maye.
Well, now it's a little
cluttering
different.
Everything up.
Vrabel has handled things much differently. I mean, Vrabel will tell you, okay, I don't see this guy practicing this week. And that cuts things off.
Not his quarterback, not his Hall of Fame quarterback. No. It's different when it's a running back, like a running back by committee situation, not when it's your Hall of Fame. Look, the thing with Belichick is it would be like a backup linebacker, and he would be like,
right. And
you'd say, okay, well, how does that affect anything? A Hall of Fame quarterback coming back affects a lot. And that's a totally different animal. And I'm not positive if Maye was hurt and on the fence about playing that Vrabel would be. I would hope Vrabel, if you're a Patriots fan, wouldn't just be pouring out in like he was on a lie detector.
You don't want him to be like Mike Tomlin up there giving just an inch by inch description.
Tomlin's way over on.
All right,
but Tomlin's not always telling the truth there either. Like Tomlin sometimes, Tomlin's whole thing is that he gets very descriptive about what's going on, but it's not always what ends up happening. Like if he goes, he's really beat up. Like, I don't know. Like, that sometimes those guys play. Like, so he's not always, there's no incentive for the coach to give you any injury information other than when they're required to by the league. Then they're required to. And then you're in a situation where you could get in trouble. But put yourselves in Zach Brown's situation. Zach Taylor. Zach Taylor.
Yeah, you're just thinking about some sweet, sweet country pop music.
Is that Zach Bryan or Zach Brown?
Zach Brown Band.
Oh, I didn't even know
Chicken
that.
Fried, baby.
Oh, yeah, that's a great song. But put yourself in Zach Taylor's situation. Like, would you guys say it?
No.
Yeah, like I wouldn't say it.
There's no benefit. You want to. Obviously, your team isn't as good as the team that you're playing against. You want them to worry about two quarterbacks for as long as possible.
Right.
And along those lines, when Vrabel is talking about it yesterday, and he's talking about the possibility and what it means to go up against Joe Flacco, he knows that it may not be Flacco, but he's going to talk like he thinks he's he's going to talk like it sounds like he is preparing his team to play Flacco. And again, in this chess match of, they think he's going to play flat. Well, the whole time, Vrabel thinks there's a if we know there's a possibility that Burrow's going to play, Vrabel certainly knows.
I don't know if
not
he knew.
Say that.
I don't know if he knew when he talked that there was a possibility. But what he didn't know is that Flacco's going to play because Flacco's got a bum right shoulder. So he didn't know that Flacco was going to play. But I don't know if he thought. I don't know in the morning, right? I don't know.
Yeah,
it was like morning, early
before
afternoon.
practice. Yes,
I don't know if Vrabel. Vrabel didn't know that Burrow had practiced.
No, I think that's true.
Now, by the time May talked,
by the time May talked, May knew.
So May knew and said this.
I know he's a great player. He's done some great things in this league, and he's fun to watch when when they're playing and when he's healthy. I wish the best of luck of him for his injury, but at the same time we're competing. So you want to win, and I don't think it matters who is on the other side. We're trying to win.
Shoot.
At least he didn't say yeah. Did he say yeah?
No.
I'm so immune to it now.
Shoot.
He's so. If you're a fan of the Patriots, you just gotta love how just exceptionally boring he is because he's not being a jerk. Because I'll tell you why, he's not being a jerk at all. He's answering the questions. He's not being evasive.
Yeah,
and he's just so naturally boring.
Yeah,
that I can't pay attention. There's something about him which is, if you're a fan, fantastic. He's not. Again, he seems like in every report he's a great guy. He's good with the media. He's not doing anything wrong. He's doing everything right. But just there's something about his personality that I can't pay attention to him for more than a second.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't think I don't think he's dumb or anything. I just think he had a lot of older brothers and he just knows how to lay low. I don't think if you went out to dinner with him, you're having the best time of your life.
No, there is some value in the boring. It doesn't make a headline outside of football quarterback. Yep, like that. There's nothing wrong with that.
He's never going to be who knows now with Tom Brady, but you would think he's never going to make $200 million being a color analyst, but who knows?
Well, maybe he needs to take a little something off those passes. I don't know how Diggs broke his finger, but yes, Stephon Diggs said he broke his finger.
I talk to him all the time. I broke my finger like a couple weeks ago, so I was just telling him like, hey, I love the way you throw the ball. I really appreciate it, just because he has that touch that he can throw the ball. I don't got nothing against you putting a little extra mustard on it too here and there to fit it in a hole. He has the ability to put that touch on the ball and make it real easy to catch. So I appreciate that, to say the least.
Yeah.
Do you think he broke his finger?
Seems kind of casual to drop it into a conversation like that.
I'm positive he broke his finger.
I think they pushed him a little bit and he said something like that. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm not positive he broke his finger. It's pretty difficult to play with a broken finger.
Hairline fracture or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know. If
not a non-displaced type of deal.
Okay, is he worried about it?
Broke your finger? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I'm not positive.
Broke your finger? Yeah, something like that.
Play right through it?
Don't worry about it. At least I'm not worried.
Play right through it, champ. Dan Roach, WBZ TV.
Hey there.
Play right through it, huh?
Hey there, hero of the people.
You're a gamer.
I always think of him as a hat that says press on it. You know what I'm saying?
Play right through it?
You play right through it? And his eyebrows are raising up and down. You play right through it?
Yeah.
For all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.